How y'all doing? Welcome to the Beat 139. I'm Doc.
I'm Don Vito. How y'all feeling? What's up?
What's going on, everybody? I'm Callie.
Okay, we want to welcome everybody to the show tonight, the Beat 139, Harlem.
Yeah, of course.
Absolutely. And we want to welcome our first guest for tonight. You know, he's very, very well-known guy, and you know, on the radio shows, you know, in the music business, in Harlem, in Brooklyn, in Queens, all over the world. We got my man, Fatman Scoop in the building. What's up, Fatman Scoop?
Thank you, sir.
Welcome.
Scoop, what up, bro?
I'm good.
But we gonna do this right because I want the youngins to know this man kept his word. I reached out to you last year.
Last year
I reached out to him. He said, "Man, I'm coming up there. It's for Harlem. We doing it."
Well, you know, and I'm not. You know, people think, oh, Fatman Scoop. You know, he ain't doing nothing. He in his house. You know, like he don't do shows no more. Nah, I work 49 weeks a year for 23, 24 years. I do an average of 2 to 3 shows a week. You know, most of my business is in Europe.
Right.
So my office is in Europe, my assistants in Europe, my actual business, my office is in London.
Right.
So, you know, I still work, I'm still active. You know, I'm not really on it like that with Instagram. I'm not, you know, I personally think social media is snitching to an extent. Like, you know, I don't have to show you everything I eat or what I do. I get it in. Like, you know, if you go on there, you can see stuff that I do, but I don't have to beat anybody in the head with it. When you asked me to do this, it was really, really important for me to do it. But I kept telling you, I was like, yo, man, I'm, this summer I'm doing Barcelona, Ibiza, and Marbella. I got a residency, so I can't come now. Right. I can't, I can't come then. Like, for example, I give you a good example. I flew in last night. I'm doing this. I had to go I'm going to the doctor. I'm doing X, Y, and Z, and then 8 a.m. tomorrow morning, I'm back to London.
Wow.
You know, like, you know, I'm back to doing, I have a whole life over there.
Right.
Like, you know, just family and stuff. Like, I got a whole other life over there.
Wow.
So yeah, it's crazy, but I'm good.
But let me tell you something, man. By you saying that right there,
but
I appreciate that. Man. We appreciate that.
So let me, because I, you know, when he asked, it's one thing to be asked by someone from there or, you know, in Kansas or Oklahoma, but when it's your own people asking you, when it's Harlem, you know, when you hear Fatman Scoop, Crooklyn Clan, people think that I am from Brooklyn. I'm from Harlem.
Right. Yes.
I'm from Harlem.
Yes.
So the Crooklyn Clan are the two producers. They produced the record.
Right.
But Fatman Scoop is from Harlem. I'm from Schaumburg Plaza.
Let it be known.
So the home of the CP5.
Right.
You know, I'm from St. Nick. You know, as a young child, as a teenager, I used to hang out in front of Building 225, and we used to rap in front of 225. And there was a guy who used to make beats and shit, and used to hear the beats coming out of his apartment on the first floor.
Right.
And you know, sometimes we would be out there, we'd just be rapping or whatever, and that person was Teddy Riley. Okay. And Teddy Riley's brother Markel knew that we were like the rap dudes of St. Nick. Right. And that's how I got signed at an early age to GR Productions. So everything that I do, everywhere I go, and everything I'm about is Harlem. And I'm a rep that until they put me into the casket. Right. So even just down to wearing neon, we started that.
Exactly.
Like we started a lot of that stuff. Like Harlem dudes are very flashy, flamboyant, you know, they don't give a fuck about, like, you know,
trendsetters pretty much.
So that, you know, when y'all made that call, I couldn't do it at the time, but it was really, really important for me to be here.
Exactly. Right. And we appreciate that. And to add on to what you're saying and what Doc was saying, right? Because he definitely was trying to get you for a while.
And I think he thought
I'm not going to do no phone interview. I'm coming in.
Yeah, I'm not getting on no phone. Fuck a phone. This is for Harlem. I'm not phoning this shit. I gotta be here. I gotta be here. because I respect it enough.
Yeah.
So I have to be here.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people don't even know I'm from Harlem, but I don't care as far as what I'm doing. I'm gonna hold that torch. So everything that I do again is Harlem, Harlem, Harlem. For example, my man over here, Harlem for Real. He has a big IG page that all he does is talk about Harlem. My man Eric, all he do is talk about Harlem. I helped him with that. Like he first came, he said, "Yo, man, I need to know how to move, how to maneuver." I was like, "Yo, bro, anything that I could give you, I'm gonna give you." It started out very small, and but now it's taken off, and it's becoming a big thing. It's going to another level. So anything that anybody asks me from Harlem, I try to accommodate that.
That's big right there, and people need to really pay attention to what he's saying. Like he was adamant, kept saying, "I promise you, I'm gonna come to the show." And before we get into like the music and stuff for the younger people and realize what this is, I always been a big fan. Me personally, I always said if I was a A&R for a young artist, I don't know why they wouldn't get him to be on the song. I'm not saying this because you hear, but I never heard not one song that I'm like it's trash. Like your songs you get that, you just put that extra shit into the song.
You know what it is? You know what it is? Everybody make a trash song. I wouldn't say like I got some bullshit. I got some. Listen, I done been on some songs that I even say, "Yo, what the fuck am I doing?" Sometimes you got to get paid, and that's what it is.
Right.
But the records that I really am able to put my foot on, those records I kill. Like I have a lot of records that, and people don't know. Like I'm in the EDM space. So electronic dance music, I got records that's #1, like Dudes Hardwell, Dioro, people that, bam, 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 bam. In the hip-hop urban space, I don't even have records like that. That's what I'm working towards now. The last record that I put the foot in the ass of that record would be the song that I did with Beyonce, the remix of Before I Let You Go.
Yeah. Oh,
that
man,
record,
you killed that.
That record was like, it was right in the pocket for me. So, everybody got a record that's bullshit. Any artist has a record that you can be like, "Oh, that's that bullshit." But what you try to do is, if you can have more wins than losses, you're okay. If you can have more people like you than fucking hate you, you're okay. So that's that no one ever has all hits.
Right.
Nah, but Drake, pretty damn, he be making a lot of his joints.
Yeah, Drake.
Like
is,
some people
Drake,
get you.
Drake is
I got like 3 people that I think that I haven't heard nothing bad yet. Drake is one of them.
Right.
Drake.
Chris Brown.
And what's the dude in the Migos, man?
Yeah, but
the Migos dudes, man.
There's it like those guys. There's like a very low percentage of records that have been bullshit. Everybody's heard a record to say, but it's very rare. Drake, like you said, Chris Brown, Migos, like you said, R. Kelly.
R. Kelly, yeah.
Okay, even though the P and all that, and the kids, which I don't rock with, the man still make hits.
He hit records.
The man made a hit about being in the closet.
Yeah.
Okay, now we don't like what he did with the kids because I don't play with that, but he's another one. Who else makes hits all the time? Michael Jackson. Yeah. Michael Jackson. Oh yeah, because if you black, you gotta say Michael Jackson. nobody say Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson.
Beyonce, we can't forget about Beyonce. We can't forget about Beyonce.
But Beyonce makes some hits.
Right.
But she done made records that everybody.
She had a little
No, but the
controversy,
majority of her music is always #1.
You in the Beehive.
You can't front on Beyonce.
No, you in the Beehive.
You
You in the Beehive.
You can't front on me.
Excuse me, Charlie, in the Beehive.
She caught in the web. Yeah, she got caught in the web. But Scoop, let me ask you a question, right? Because, the B139, we big on stories, right? So tell the viewers how you get, who the first one called you Fatman Scoop? Where it came from?
Well, first of all, my Uncle Jack gave me the name Scoop because I used to eat ice cream when I was young. I would tear ice cream up. And I think that I can't remember the first person who called me Fat Man, but when I was young, because my real name is Isaac, so I was calling myself Reverend Ike or something. Wow. I don't know what the hell I was doing, but I can't remember the first person who called me Fat Man. It used to be the Fat Man Scoop, and then somebody said Fat Man Scoop. But I don't remember who the first. I can't remember who the. I think I just came up with that shit in my room. Like I might have just come up with that in my room, man. I don't know. It's a tough one. Yeah, just came about, man.
So what was your first break? Like, was it Hot 97 or was it a song or what was your first break?
Well, my first break was being signed to Teddy Riley.
Okay.
That was my first thing.
Right.
But even my break before that was, my first big break was being able to get the attention of DJ Chillwell from the Get Fresh crew.
Right, okay.
Because, again, no Dougie Fresh, no Fat Man Scoop. No Chillwell, no Fat Man Scoop.
Right.
I was just a young kid performing at PAL and stuff like that, because back then there was no Instagram.
Right.
If you wanted to be hot, you had to go do shows.
Right.
Yeah.
And to me, in a way, that's the reason that's why the young artists fail, because there's no having to go do shows and stuff like that. You just get a record and you hot now.
Right.
And now you're in front of 13,000 people, but you don't know what you're doing. So I was young, and back then Mike and Dave would throw these parties at PAL. You were there. You were there. And I would that's how you had to do it. You had to go and get on and stuff like that. And I think the first big break was when Chillwell was at like one of the Mike and Daves, and he saw myself and my man DJ Steve D and DJ Rock Raider and the crew of DJs that eventually became what's called the X-Men. And if y'all don't know, some of the best turntable DJs in the world came out of Harlem. Grandmaster Rock Raider, DJ Steve D, DJ Sean C. These are some of the best competition DJs that ever touched turntables. Came right from Foster Projects, came right from Schaumburg Plaza, came from right on 8th Avenue on 134th and 8th Avenue. So we were all together. I was just the rapper, and they were the DJs. Like we modeled ourselves after Chillwell and Barry B and Dougie Fresh. And I remember being at 201, and Chillwell was like, "You guys are dope. Here's my number. Come check me." That was like my biggest. I didn't know what the fuck to do with myself. Right. I ran home, and I'm fat, and I ran home. I ran from PAL to like 110th Street. I mean, I was out of wind, but I ran home. That was my first biggest break. Okay. And then everything else came from there.
So, Scoop, your style of music is very unique. Who helped you create your sound?
It's Dougie Fresh. Like, okay, so when I first started, I was a rapper. I used to rap.
Right.
And when I used to rap, part we used to study Dougie Fresh. So I used to rap more street, but I still had that Dougie Fresh appeal to it. And
that's what makes it a little different,
Yeah, so what happened was I had left, my story this is my story. As a youngster, I used to rap. Then I got signed to Gene Griffin and Teddy Riley. That didn't work out. Chill Will took us to Puff. And Puff heard the demo. He was like, "Yo, I love this. I want to sign y'all." And he was like, "Yo, I got an idea. This is what I want you to do. I want you to keep rapping hard for the street, and I'm going to put a suit and tie on you, and I'm going to make you for the women. You're going to be that fat dude that raps for the street, and then we're going to put a suit and tie on you, and you're going to be for the women." Now, who was that? That was Big.
Biggie's more, yeah.
He had that idea. Yeah. He had that idea from early.
Yeah, you're right.
But something in my soul said, "Don't do it." And here's what it was. I was smart enough to know that I was that I was an entertainer and not a tough guy.
Right.
So I was smart enough to know, once I sat down and thought about it, I said, "Wait up, hold on. If I rap tough, but I'm not no tough nigga, that means that I have to start bringing people from my hood to hold me down. Now, and I had some of the illest dudes, like I can name, God bless the dead, Trell. Like Trell was from my hood, because he was from 40th Street, but his family lived in Schaumburg. So I had dudes that could have held me down. But when you're not tough and you need dudes to hold you down, eventually that becomes extortion.
Right.
Whether you want to act, whether you want to play it off or not, it's going to become extortion. Because the
Right, 'cause
wolves,
it has
it's
to
too
be a
many wolves.
continuation.
There's too many wolves seeing too much money going around. And eventually wolves will be like, I want a piece. Then they'll be like, yo, I want everything. And we just saw that happen with Tekashi.
Yeah.
Okay? Yep. So I said, wait up, hold on. I'm a funny guy. I'm an entertainer. I don't want to do this. And I told Puff I didn't want to do it. I said, I'm all right, I'll pass on the deal, I'm good. And he said, yo, why don't you do something called record promotion? I was like, well, what's record promotion? He was like, when you call the radio stations. So I said, he said, you funny, you charismatic, do it. And he said, think about it and come back Monday and tell me. And over that weekend, I said, I don't want to do that. And I called my man Diamond D. And he used to record for a record label called Chemistry. And the next Monday, I went in and I worked at Chemistry Records as an intern. And the first thing I did was open up 26,000 CDs that had the wrong label on them, and put and change it and put the right label on it and shit like that. And a year and a half later, I had a job at Tommy Boy, and I bust my ass every day at Tommy Boy. I broke Naughty by Nature, Coolio, House of Pain, Total, Can't You See, the Biggie record. And I was at Hot 97 so much, they said, fuck it, we're going to give you a job.
Wow. Okay,
that's where it all came from.
Okay. Wow. That's deep right there.
And then after that,
right,
because I can't tell that part of the story without telling this part, then my brother wanted to go to college. But I didn't have no $50,000 a year to do that. And my parents had a little bit of money, but they wasn't rich like that. And I was sitting around thinking like, yo, what am I going to do to put my brother through school? And something came, I heard DJ Cool, Let Me Clear My Throat. I was like, oh shit, that's what Dougie taught me. That's crowd participation. Fuck that, I'm gonna do that. I went and made a record. The shit was trash. You wanna talk about making a trash record? That was garbage. I knew one of the producers from the Crooklyn Clan. And I got with them, and that's when I made my first record. And I said, look, if I can make $500 a show, I could do 100 shows, get this $50K and put them through college for the first year. I also was a record promoter, so I knew all the Funk Master Flexes around the country, and they knew my little brother. So, you know, because when you talk on the phone with people, you know, you get to know people. So I was like, yo, I'm doing this record for Kendall, you know, boom, 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 boom. And I sent them the record, and the record was hot, and it was for my little brother who they knew, and the record took off. I put him through college. He came out, he did his thing. He went on the road with me for like 5 years, and then one day he woke up, he said, I want to be my own man. I said, okay, well, do your thing. He went and got an internship. He took that internship, he turned it around, he worked for Def Jam. And then an up-and-coming artist named Rick Ross, he became his friend working the records at Def Jam. And then Rick Ross asked him to be the president of Maybach. And my brother was the president of Maybach for like 5 years, and now he has his own group, so he manages the kid Flip De Niro, Leave Me Alone.
Flip De Niro,
And he manages a bunch of other artists, and him and his dude that he came up in Def Jam with, Steve Carlos, he manages YG, God Bless the Dead, Nipsey Hussle and stuff like that. So all that hard work made my brother a success. But that's also the reason why I've been able to have 4 records that everybody knows and still work 24 years, because I did something to help my brother and not help myself, and God put his hand on it. That's why that record is so big.
That's all right. And can we hear that Crooklyn Clan record, man?
Yeah.
Can we hear the Crooklyn Clan?
We gotta hear that?
Yeah.
I feel like I'm at work, bro. You ain't gotta play that, bro. You gotta
man, what the youngest ahead, my man Fatman Scoop, man.
Which one you playing? Which one
Let's
you
hear
playing?
something real quick.
I'll put something like
All right, here we go.
Well, let me see what you got.
I got a lot of joints.
Oh, yeah. That.
Turn that up.
Yeah, that was before the third record I made. You got $100 bill. You can stop it. Everybody knows that record. I was in the.
You got that right. That's played all the time.
I was in the store today, returning a leased car. And I was just in there, and they was like, "Hey, you know, I'm, who are you? I'm Isaac Freeman. Hey, how you guys doing? Whatever." And one of the people in the store knew me in the dealership. He was like, "You don't know who this is?" And the guy was like, "Look, man, I'm white. All I know is country music, man." I said. So the other girl was young too. She said, "Should I know you?" I said, "Yeah, y'all will probably know the record. Y'all, if I say it to you, you'll know it." They were like, I doubt it. I said, okay, no problem. Batman Scoop, Crook McClan. And I said, you got $100 bill, get you, whatever I say. And the thing about it is this. My voice is so synonymous with partying
Yes.
and dancing that when people either see me, when they see me on site, they start going like this. There's no music, bro. Like, what are you doing? And so with that, I'm blessed. Listen, this is all because I wanted to help my younger brother.
Wow.
So it ain't me. God put His hand on that.
Exactly.
Like I don't.
Yes.
I'm just the recipient.
Yeah, I respect that too.
That's
deep.
deep right there. That's
Yeah,
deep.
definitely.
Major.
So what made you move to Europe? What songs do you have out there that's a hit right now?
I still live here.
Well, what made you really
Like
set
I
your
go back
business up
I
out
go
there?
back and forth.
Yeah, what made you really set, your
What
main
made me
things up
set
out
my
there?
business up out there was that there was a demand. And to be honest with you, the world is way different than America.
Right.
When you go out in Europe, the people respect you more. There's no nigger business. There's no, the way they do business and the way they carry themselves is completely different. I'll give you a good example. In the early days of Fatman Scoop, there were times in North Carolina or whatever, you walking in, you getting paid, and on the way out, the promoter's trying to get you robbed. Like this is shit. Like, if you ever listen to when Jay-Z said something, promoters, I hate them. I forget what record he said that on, but what's that movie that Ice Cube did? Janky Promoters? It was called Janky Promoters, right? The movie that Ice Cube did. Go look it up. Janky Promoters. Wow. That is exactly what promoters are like sometimes. So for me, it was just an issue of, there was a market there. I've always wanted to be well-traveled. I've traveled to over 200 countries. I believe that everybody should get a passport, and everybody should get out there and see what's going on, because guess what? It ain't what y'all fucking being told on Fox News. The world is completely different. I was in Lebanon one time, and they were all like putting up death to America and all that kind of shit. And like, Lebanon used to be dangerous. Like, you could get fucked up in Lebanon if you American. And it's like death to America and fucking flags burning. When they put the cameras down, everybody walked away.
Wow.
I said, oh shit, this is some real propaganda going on. This is not what they making you think. Yeah. So just having the opportunity, I always like to travel, having the opportunity to go other places and see other things. There's some motherfuckers that haven't made it off their block.
Yeah.
There's some motherfuckers who haven't made it out of Harlem.
Which is sad, so sad.
Like, you need to get out here and see what's going on out here. Yeah, so.
Yeah, that's a jewel right there.
Yeah, that's a jewel right there.
That's
So let me
true.
ask you a quick question, right? Do any of these A&Rs try to get you with these new artists to get you to do songs with
It
them?
depends. Like, and I don't even care if they do that. I'm doing it. So that you understand, for about 5 years, 6 years, I had just said, fuck it. I was like, I'm good. I'm gonna live off the legacy of Fatman Scoop. But you can't do that. You gotta work every single day because this world, music, life is about what have you done today. Yeah, I got Be Faithful, that's cool, but nobody gives a fuck. What did you do today? And when you have a business, you need to say, what did I do today to better my business? Because what you're doing today is gonna help you in February. So if you don't do anything today, your February is going to fucking suck. Okay? When you blow up and when you fall off, it's the same deal. It's gradual. It's like when you lose weight, it's gradual. Like you can exercise and you be like, yo, I'm not, nothing's happening, and you turn around, oh shit, I lost 15 pounds. You have to take it from there. So for me, I was going through a bad divorce, shit like that, so my mind wasn't right. I was walking into rooms with 4,000 people and killing the shit. And then I would be like, oh, word, and they'd be like, you the fucking man, and I would walk in my room and be in a fetal position. Because my mind wasn't right. So I'm just coming out of that fog right now. And now I'm starting to get active. So I'm any young person who wanna work with me, I'm down. If the record's cool, I'm down, I'll fuck with you. Also, I wanna let everybody know something, because everybody says that hip hop and music is a young man's game. It's not a young man's game. It's a fucking good man's game. I don't give a fuck if you're 50 or 16. Either you're garbage or you're not.
Right.
Because there's a lot of young niggas making trash. You know, there was a meme on Instagram. The hardest conversation to have in the black community is telling somebody their mixtape ain't shit. Okay? So there's a lot of young motherfuckers who are trash. And everybody is angry at Puff and Jay, and everybody's saying, oh, this is an old man's, this is a young man's game, get out of here, whatever the case may be. What? So because it's a young man's game, I'm supposed to get up and leave?
Yeah, that's crazy.
I'm supposed to get up and walk away?
Nah.
No. So I give you a good example. The New England Patriots, I fucking hate them.
Right.
I hate them.
Yeah.
And I had to look at it, why do I hate them? Because they win. But then somebody had to come and tell me, so what you telling me is that Tom Brady and the New England Patriots, they should lose because they win too much?
Or they old.
Yeah, that makes sense.
They should lose because somebody else needs to win?
Right.
No, you want to beat a man, beat the fucking man.
Exactly.
So
Ric Flair.
if you want me out the business, take my fucking spot.
Right.
If not, shut the fuck up.
Exactly. That's real talk.
I heard
You got
that,
caller. Scoop, you have
Heard that,
a caller?
In Jesus' name. It's all in Jesus' name.
Caller from, we have a caller for Atlanta. You here with Fatman Scoop?
Yo, what's going on, man?
Hey, family, what's going on? What's good?
Hey, man, I salute y'all platform for sure, man. It's Death for the Cloud Chaser TV, man. I got a question for you. Like, when it comes to, like, touring, and, I hear your music all the time, like that song, you said you got $100 bill. I always hear that song in the club. Like, is it still, like far as, like, monetary, like, can you still maintain your same lifestyle, these years later?
Bro.
Even, with your hit?
Bro. I have had more cars than most rappers, done more shit than most rappers, traveled more than most rappers. My daughter's in college, and I pay an alimony and my shit. Obviously, I'm doing okay. So, but listen, again, that's not to be arrogant. That's God's blessing, okay? Again, I'm going to bring it back to God, because what I did wasn't me. And I personally think that had I just been making it for my own selfish purposes, I'd probably be out of the business. But because I did it for love for someone else other than myself, I'm here. And to be honest with you, I do pretty good, man. I'm not starving. look, in the music industry, there are months that it is feast, and there are months that it is famine. That goes for everybody from Drake on down. I've been lucky and I've been blessed to work a lot. So with that being said, yeah, bro, I do all right, man. I'm doing all right, bro.
Yeah, for sure, man. I pretty much knew that, but hey, man, just one more question, and like far as you staying active, and do you you got anything like new coming out or anything you could tell like younger artists
Yeah. Well, a couple of different things. Number one, if you're an artist and you want to tour, there's a couple of things you need to do. Of course, you need to have a good record, but your ass better learn how to perform. Because at the end of the day, this music industry, they have taken everything out of it. The minute that we went to 99-cent songs on iTunes, it was over. Okay, that's it. It's over. Okay. The one thing that you cannot bootleg is the feeling of a live performance. Mm-hmm. You can shoot somebody doing a tour. You can do that. But you'll never be able to get the feeling of seeing somebody on stage. So if your performance game is the shit, you always gonna be good. And I happen to be lucky enough to be taught by Dougie Fresh, Chillwell, and Barry B. So that's number one. Number two is I am doing a lot of different things. Of course, I'm making music again because I'm in a space to do that mentally. But also I have an online music industry course that's coming probably in November, December. And I'm also going to be doing consulting. So I have a course that I'm writing. I'm probably about 85-90% done. That shows you, from mindset to how to set up your business, register your name, how to deal with features and touring and all kinds of how to promote records, how to take records to radio, proper etiquette, all kinds of things, merchandise, and it will be out probably most likely in November or December, so you can look for that. My Instagram page is @FatmanScoop. So there's a lot of things going on. I want to teach people the right way to do it because we kind of have, because of the business, the way the business is, all we know is the bullshit way to do it. Number two is I am offering a course on the music industry. I'll be the first to tell you it's not cheap. It's not a cheap course. It costs money. If you want to be in the music industry, you have to invest in yourself, okay? The starving artist thing and the organic, blowing up organically, that's not the way it works. Anybody you see out here moving, they spending some money. Yeah. You're not just getting on, unless you just get a fluke and a fucking lucky one, it's not happening. Even Tekashi, that was a machine. Yeah. So people think that Tekashi was some underground artist that made it. The label he was on is owned by Elliot Grange. Elliot Grange's father is the head of Universal. Okay, not Universal Records, where you ride the fucking roller coaster, everything. His father is a major record executive, so they knew what they were doing. There was a plan and a way to execute that. So even the people y'all looking at them and you're saying, oh, he's independent. No, that motherfucker's got money behind him. For you to even know who he is, there's some bread being spent. Some bread being spent.
Wow, that's crazy. That course, y'all definitely need to spend that money and do it because a lot of people don't understand what it takes, like you said, to make a record.
They don't understand what it takes to make a record. They don't understand what it takes to market a record. They don't understand proper etiquette. They don't understand merchandising. They don't understand anything. And here's the thing. You don't have to buy it. Spend 6 years trying to figure it out. Knock yourself out. Do your shit. But if you buy my course, for the first 500-600 people, I'm gonna do consulting. So not only will you have my course, but you'll have consulting from me. And at the end of the day, you need a roadmap to be able to look at and say, okay, this, and this. Now, is buying this course gonna make you successful? No, it's not, because you gotta put work in. Everybody thinks that you buy a course and it's fucking microwave, because that's the way people sell it to you. Buy this course or do this shit, and 6 days later, you're gonna be in the Olympics. Doesn't work like that. There is no microwave way to success. You gotta put fucking work in. And you don't win right away. You might have to do it 30 times to figure it out. But that's part of the game.
You said something about features. Like features, is it a way to go about it, or it just, yo, come on, let's do a song together?
It could be like, yo, man, motherfuckers have sent me a record, and I'd be like, yo, people have sent me a record, like just regular people, like, and I listen to it and I just send it back to them. I said, they'll be like, oh, let's go, or whatever. They'll be like, oh, shit. Sometimes it's like that. Sometimes, it's more of a business deal. Like, yo, I want to put this record out commercially. All right, well, send the contract. Boom, boom, boom. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do that. So, there's a million different ways to do stuff. But if I like a record, if I legitimately like a record, and it's like an independent artist, and you're not gonna sell it on iTunes, sometimes I just hop on the shit. I don't care.
So you don't do no paperwork like far as money?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, if it's a record that you want to sell commercially, you have to pay me.
Yeah.
Fuck you. Pay me, please. I got kids. But some of the records that are just remixes and I know it ain't gonna go far or whatever, I hop on it.
That song, when you killed it with the Puff Daddy, the Harlem joint.
Yeah.
That was crazy. You hopped on that on your own, or
something? It depends on what it is. Sometimes some records I don't even know. People just sample my voice, and I be in the club like, oh shit, what's this? I don't even know the record you're talking about. I got so many records. I got so many records. I don't.
Finna Get Loose.
Oh, okay. Yeah. My man put me on that record. Sean C put me on that record because Sean C was my DJ, and then he got with Puff, and of course Puff is from Harlem, so they were trying to make that kind of vibe go down, and I just got thrown on the record. Boom, there you go. I got paid for it, but I got just thrown on.
Well, that's what I want to know, because it seemed like I thought that you just probably jumped on.
No, so it can happen a bunch of different ways. My voice is out here so much that somebody could just sample it and fucking be like, I turn around and I'm on the dance floor. And like,
so what about Shake Yo Keys with the house key?
Okay, so that record, I wrote that record, and I just did it. It was a bootleg record. Back in the days, that was right before iTunes dropped, where we could make a record and sell it for fucking whatever we gonna sell it for and make money. I wrote that record. I did it. Rihanna called. Rihanna got in touch with my people. She said she liked it, and that was the end of it.
Okay.
So I probably have 30,000 records.
Wow.
Yeah.
Because there's records that people sample and
they just mix them right in, huh?
And they just mix them in.
It's so Scoop. So for the viewers, we do some research on our guests that come in and stuff like that, and you had some amazing collaborations with like Lil Jon, Mariah Carey, Janet Jackson, Whitney Houston, Pitbull. So you planning a tour march with her in UK and Ireland with Nelly, Blue Cantrell, Shaggy, Salt and Pepper.
Yeah. I mean, like all of those people I run into today. I'm leaving for Australia in like 2 weeks. It's me, Janet, 50 Cent. Who else is on that? Fucking Jaquan, Cisco. It's like a throwback tour.
Right.
I'm at the point in my career where I'm starting to get those calls.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that's cool, but I also still want to deal with young people and still be active and stuff like that. But those tours right there, that's what keep my daughter in college.
Yeah.
That's what keep her in Penn State.
It's a Fatman Scoop 2020 UK and Ireland blast off tour dates.
Yeah.
So you're all over the place.
Yo, bro, I didn't even know about that till yesterday.
Yeah.
That literally, because here's the thing.
And I got it today.
My booking agent does a lot of that stuff. So I travel so much that sometimes I'm like, they like, oh, you gonna be here in Dublin? What? Yeah. I'm at a place in my career where it's like 3 days warm clothes, 4 days bring winter clothes. 3 days, summer place. 4 days, winter place. And that's how I pack. I never even know where I'm going to.
I'm reading names I never even heard of. So I see Dublin. I see Cardiff.
Cardiff is in Wales.
I see
Wales is in England.
I know about Nottingham.
Nottingham, yeah.
Leeds. Manchester.
The home of Manchester United.
You the leader. Newcastle.
Yup.
Glasgow,
Scotland.
Liverpool,
listen, bro.
London.
Y'all think Glasgow?
Birmingham, he all over the place.
It's some real shit in Glasgow.
Yeah, he working, man.
They don't play in Glasgow.
They don't play, huh?
Nah, they don't fuck around in Glasgow.
Scoop,
There's some real shit going on out there.
But it's some more, Scoop. I got to give it to you, man, because you know
he working.
We appreciate you being on the show. So you got a Grammy Award for Best Music Video.
Yes. Well, I actually got 2.
2 Grammy Awards, MTV Video Music Award for Best Dance Video.
Yes.
MTV Video Music Award for Best Hip Hop Video.
Yes.
Soul Train Music Award for Best R&B and Soul.
I don't even have that
rap
fucking
dance
award.
cut.
They even give it
Grammy
to
Award for Best Rap Song.
Can y'all send me my Soul Train?
Can y'all
send me my Soul Train award?
What's going on? This is a lot goes on.
My
The
Soul
list
Train.
goes on.
Crazy, champ.
Well, you know something?
Yeah.
I keep bringing it back, man. It ain't me. It ain't me. It's God's work, bro. You know, for you to even get up here and be arrogant about this shit, I did this, you ain't do shit. God put you in a position for that to happen. And I'm not, listen, I'm not trying to be.
That's real.
I'm not trying to be Jesus representative. That's good. That's good. I have something that I believe in called God's work and hard work. So you can get on your knees and pray, but if you don't put none of the work in, it's still not going to happen. You still got to get up every day and do it.
Yeah.
So you could do a little bit of praying, but you got to do working too.
Yeah.
So, faith without works don't work.
Exactly. Exactly. So all of this is great and it's beautiful, and I did it. But I give it up every day, man. Every day that I wake up, man, I give it up. And I remember when I was young, and my mother used to be praying. Be like, yo, Mom, good. Don't hit me with the Jesus thing. Like, come on, enough with the Jesus. Because back in the days, there was no Instagram.
Right.
So your parents didn't know where you were until you came in the house.
Exactly. There wasn't no cell phone.
No cell phone. It was
and the rotary joints.
Right, it was the rotary
say
joint.
coming 9 o'clock, you ain't there. You don't know where you at.
So if you hanging out in the street, your mother couldn't go to sleep until you came in the house. Right. And I would come in like 3 or 4 o'clock. I thought I was the fucking shit of the night. I thought I was the shit of the whole night. So I come in like, ain't nothing. Yeah. I'm not realizing that I'm running the street. I'm running the post Nicky Barnes Harlem streets. I'm not really realizing what's really going on. And she would be like, oh, thank you, Jesus. Ma, you killing me with the Jesus. But the older you get,
you can understand it.
The more you understand that you hear from God's grace.
Absolutely.
Because listen, everybody at this table done some shit.
Yeah.
Everybody done been in the streets. Right? And you hear. That's by design. How many people that we know didn't make it?
Exactly. Yeah.
We know mad people in Harlem, like people in Harlem dropping here, they dropping there, they dropping here, they dropping there. Some people coming back, but it's God's work, man.
You're right. I just want to say something real quick. I grew up in the church on 145th and Convict, right? On the corner. And I used to be in the back I used to be in church and I used to be laughing. I used to get smacked, because I ain't like, Mom, I'm going because she was. I'm like, then she had me going to Sunday school to speed it all up. Now when Joel Osteen come on the TV, I'm like this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm thirsty for the information because I'm so attached to God right now. Anything that's talking about God or whatever God related, I need to hear that because it makes me feel better to start my day and throughout the day. And I can't live no other way right now.
It's funny.
You know what I'm saying? And that's real.
It's funny because younger people laugh at older people. And they seem to equate old with being stupid.
Yeah.
Okay, like, you don't know what the fuck you talking about. You old, you dumb. But you don't understand that OGs are OGs for a reason because they here. Exactly. They the shit you thinking about, we already did that shit twice.
Exactly.
The job of parents basically is to stop your kids from doing the shit you did.
Exactly.
That's all I did.
real talk.
As a parent, I was just trying to fend off the shit that I did, making sure her ass doesn't do it.
Exactly. Yeah.
So, again, like, I know it may sound like, I'm throwing God. Listen, that's how I walk. I can't speak for nobody else. Everybody got their own opinion about God and Jesus and, whatever, the Holy Ghost. Nobody even talk about the Holy Ghost. If I would personally be mad if I was the Holy Ghost, because everybody give it up to God. Nobody really talk about Jesus, and the Holy Ghost they ain't even talk about. But anyway, to say that is to say this. We here for a reason. We blessed. I would be remiss to come on here and sit up here and be like, yeah, I did all that shit by myself. I didn't. And guess
Teamwork,
what?
right.
Guess what? There's people behind those records that you see Fatman scoop, but there's people working in the background at the label, doing all the shit that nobody wants to do. Those are the people I give it up to. Right. I only got on the mic. There's people who had to log the records, promote the records, do all the kind of boring, tedious stuff that it takes to make a record a hit, but and they never get recognized. So shout out to all those people too, because it don't happen if you don't have the machine.
That's called a team.
Yeah, it's called a team. You can't, like for example, y'all doing this, y'all are right here with me. That motherfucker right there in the blue shirt, him, he is the shit of the night. He is the shit of the whole night. Because without him and those plugs, he looks like the fucking nutty professor. But without those wires look like absolute fucking chaos. But without those wires being like that, we can't have this.
Exactly.
We tell him that all the time, though. We appreciate him. And
but not just him. Our whole team over here, man. The Beat 139 team. Just like you said.
Yes, teamwork makes the dream work all the time.
Want to talk? Let's go. Can you tell everybody your social media links, bro?
So, yeah, I'm getting on out of here. I know y'all got Tango and Cash, and I got to say something.
Yeah.
An institution.
Yes.
Another, no Tango and Cash, no and one, no flavor, no none of that. Like
that history.
That's them.
Yes.
That's them. And the reason I'm saying it right now is because people need to get their flowers while they fucking standing up.
Yeah.
Not after somebody dying, you like, yo, man. Not saying y'all gonna die, Kyle. I want everybody.
Yeah, but real talk. That's real talk.
I want you to be here.
Get them now.
I want you to be here. I want you to get old. I want you to experience erectile dysfunction. I want you to get it all, live. But without them, I don't think the culture is the way it is. Yeah. That came from them. Yeah. All that shit, but two, and people getting nicknames, Booty Juice for two, like
the future,
Ali Mo, all these people. Without them, all that M1, even down to Skip to My Lou in the NBA, all of that, it don't happen without them. So they were like, coming up, number 3, Ray for Austin. Fuck out of here, that's Skip. Tell me that shit.
Terminator.
Right.
But I told JR, right? This no bullshit. I called JR. I said, yo, I got to have you out, Tango, and Duke. I said I got to have y'all because, like you said, I want to appreciate because we have like a whole Harlem segment, like you, him, like the old school Harlem. To show the kids the history of Harlem, how back in the days we went to other blocks, how we was able to travel. These young kids now can't leave their blocks. Like we was all, like you said, you Sean Burke went to St. Nick. Like they all travel. I said I got to get, their story was crazy and it need to be light because, Greg died. So I was like, why they here? We got to celebrate. Man, JR talked for a minute. And then, man, Al been talking like crazy. So I definitely looking forward to their story. You know what I'm saying? The people need to see that.
Again, I'm getting the hell out of here, but I just want to say that that's really, you don't understand if you're not from Harlem, people, you don't understand what the rucker is. And the rucker, and I know there's a lot of big tournaments around the country, but ain't nothing in the world like rucker.
Not at all.
When you can pull Kobe out, you can pull Shaq out,
Kevin Durant.
These dudes are playing on fucking concrete. That's against their contract.
Yeah.
Exactly.
The fuck?
Before that, you brought Dr. J out.
You're right. You're right.
You know what I'm saying?
You had dudes
goes
doing.
on.
You had dudes
Yeah.
doing it in Converse.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like not even Air Jordan 17s. Like that shit was like running on pancakes.
Exactly.
So, and listen, no, but listen. Here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. Your commentary was part of making that so flavor that they had to come out there.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna leave you on this. I never did it, so I've only been in the stands. Walking out as Kobe Bryant at the Rucker with all those black people watching and all those faces and all that ooh, ah, would be the equivalent of Jay-Z walking on stage in Madison Square Garden.
Exactly.
It's just that when it's your people.
It's
and
the
it's ooh, and that. So,
Right.
and that's them.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's them. That they part of that. Just as much as Greg built it, they fucking built that.
That's right.
Exactly.
That's right. Let's give him that. Let's give it up.
I'm out of here.
Yeah.
Before you go, tell what podcast you on.
So if you want to reach out to me, if you want to see what I'm doing, you want to send me a fucking death threat, at Fatman Scoop on Instagram. I'll answer your death threat. I don't care. Like at Fatman Scoop on Instagram, Facebook.com/Fatman Scoop. But I pretty much live on Instagram. That's my thing. On Instagram at Fatman Scoop.
Tell them what podcast show you on, Scoop.
Oh, I'm getting ready to do my own podcast, and it's gonna be called Sensible Ignorance.
Okay.
So I like to talk a bunch of bullshit. Sometimes it's ignorant, sometimes it's sensible. So sensible ignorance.
So, Scoop, what podcast show you on right now?
Wait, hold on. You didn't. I'm thinking about my shit. Okay.
You still need to mention that. You still needed to get that out there.
No.
You can plug yourself, bro.
No. Let's be clear. Let's be very clear here. I'm on the beat 139. Now listen. Now hold on. This is the place where people have come and blown up their shit and gone on to bigger and better things. Okay? I want you to understand, you could be upset about that they don't mention your name or whatever, but I'm going to tell you something, no matter what, it happened here.
Exactly.
So never worry about whether somebody mentions your name or not. They may forget. You know, it may slip their mind or whatever. The way you get your props is doing this over again and again and again and again. And when the people who weren't known come on here and they blow up, that people gonna know.
Right.
All you gotta do is keep working and putting out content each and every week or whatever your schedule is, and keep working. Because I want you to understand something. This show is being watched by people. Okay, I got put onto this show by Gully TV. That's when I started paying attention.
Right.
Okay. And that's when I said, "Fuck, I'm gonna call you."
Yeah.
The one thing I want to leave you with is this: keep working, because again, when Miss T came on here and Poe called in, that's what put this boom and put it out there. Just keep doing that, because there's gonna be something else that happens soon. It's gonna put it out there again. It just takes time. Everything takes time. There are other podcasts, and I don't mean to drop other people's names on your podcast, but there's Queen's Flip. Queen's Flip been working for a long time, doing comedy, doing stuff, all kinds of stuff, doing stunts and stuff. He worked for a long time. And the last maybe 10 or 15 episodes have been really explosive ones, and that's what's just boom. Keep working. It's gonna come. It's gonna come. Just keep working. Keep working. Like you may look at what you're doing and not pay attention, but Alpo calling this show was big shit. okay? Say what you want to say about Alpo. Say whatever you want to say about that man. He's another one. Without him, the modern day rapper style and swag does not exist. Without Alpo, without Poe, without Rich Porter, and without AZ, today's rapper's style and swag does not exist.
That's true.
Even down to Jay-Z. Damon Dash is a Harlem nigga. He brought Jay around, all the Air Force Ones and a lot of that stuff. A lot of that stuff is Damon Dash swag.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
So I know that you may say, you looking like, I want to be this, I want to be mentioned. Bro, y'all already mentioned. Do you understand how powerful Poe calling this show? Like, that's an institution. Say whatever you want to say about him, but I personally believe that when it comes to modern day rap, Alpo might be one of the most important people in the building of the modern rap era. The swag, the clothing, the bravado. Who the fuck rides a motorcycle up fucking 8th Avenue, crash this shit, and they laughing, and he said, fuck that, I'm turn around and come back with an Alfa Romeo. What? The fuck is that? That's like amazing shit. Like, even down to Tekashi. If you go look at Tekashi 6ix9ine, his bravado, his swag, his fearlessness, that shit comes from Alpo. So for me, I'm gonna drop the mic by saying this. Y'all doing a good fucking job here. Keep doing this shit. Keep working. You build it step by step. Y'all in a fucking beautiful space. I'm fucking impressed. In Jesus' name, Hakuna Matata, amen.
And there it is.
Yes, thank you. Very nice.
I got it on already. It's on already.